What's up, Raider Nation? This is your boy Raider Joe or Joseph or whatever you want to call me this time, but I'm back at it once again. Sorry for the delay. It was kind of my birthday, kind of got sick, and then I kind of got demotivated. But let me get into that story. But before you do that, please like and subscribe to the channel, please. It means a lot to me. I'm losing followers by the minute, but I'll get into that topic. But in the meantime, please tell a fan of Raider Nation to please like and subscribe to this channel. The real content is here, and let's fucking go. Thank y'all for coming back. I wanted to talk about the free agency this week, but before I get into that, I want to talk why I've been losing subscribers, and I kind of figured out how and why. And at first I thought it might have been, I'm going on to other things like doing gaming, talking about products and whatnot and other subjects. And I thought maybe that was the reason. They only want to hear about Raiders. I was wrong. It's simply the stupidest thing I can possibly think of. So after losing about 20 to 30 followers, I asked one of them, I said, what is the issue? What is going on? Why aren't you guys watching this? Because I'm taking a long time to put out videos, or what could it be? What could it possibly be the reason why, you guys are unsubscribing? And it's as simple as your social media life. Your social media life is who you follow on Instagram, on Twitter, whoever it may be. So, for instance, in my case, I got from 5 people out of the 30 because I can only see so many people that unsubscribe. But out of those people, they told me simple. You're following another content creator, your friends or whatever associated with another content creator that we don't like. And not because of his content. His content is phenomenal. It's great. He works every day. He puts out something every day, more than what I do. And they're hating on him simply because of his day-to-day life, what he has going on in his life and who he has in his life. And to be honest, it was on some racist shit. And me being a part of this organization, there was 2 reasons. One reason was Bo Jackson. I was what's the best word for it? I was mesmerized by Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was my idol. He was my hero. I didn't care what team he was on. He could have been on any team. I was going to be that, I was going to be a fan of that team no matter what, because Bo Jackson was it for me growing up. And I had to be, wherever Bo was. Man, I was a Kansas City Royal fan, and I had no business being a Kansas City Royal fan for baseball. That's just because of Bo Jackson. The other reason was the diversity with this organization. Al Davis made it crystal clear, I do not care about race. And to hear this bullshit that you enjoy this other guy's content, but you don't enjoy his, who he has in his life, that's some ridiculous shit. So if any of y'all feel that way about me, I'm going to make it crystal clear. You can unfollow me right now, because this is not what the Raiders are about. I know who these fans are as far as what they represent. They represent the Fresno car fans. So I don't want anything to do with y'all. Y'all can go fuck yourself. I really don't care. But I don't want to really mention, this content creator's name or the other dude. I just want to make it crystal clear where I stand on this whole scenario. And that content creator, he's doing big things now. He started from the bottom, and now he's all the way up at the top, and he still takes out time for me, which none of y'all do. So I don't want to hear about how you're unfollowing me, but this guy's still following me. Being a big content creator is still following my page and my YouTube, and you're not, because you feel a certain way about his family. Fuck out of here with that stupid shit. I don't want to hear it, and nobody else does. So go be a Patriots fan or a Saints fan now, is it? but you're going to be enlightened by the Saints fans while you're there as well. So fuck off. Anyways, we're going to talk about the Raiders free agency of 2023 with the offense, and then I'll go to defense in a second video because this offensive video is probably going to take up the majority of the time or your attention span. So I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, like I said before, please like, share, and subscribe with Raider Nation fans that actually believe in Raider Nation. So let's start off with the QB. Of course, now we got Derek Carr out of the picture. Now, I know some of you might cry about this whole scenario. Oh, we didn't really do anything with the $30 million. It's building a team, not building another quarterback, so we're in the same scenarios. You guys got to think about that. Jimmy G is now in. He is our bridge quarterback for whoever we draft. No matter what, we have the 7th pick in the first round. A lot of people are like, oh, we're going to get a cornerback after. No, I'm telling you, they're going to move up. They're going to get that quarterback. You just got to stay patient. Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels and company are not going to tell you their plans. They're not out to tell you their plans. So you got to think about it like that. Do you tell Dave Ziegler? Do you tell everybody else your plans? I don't think so. So why would they tell you? What are they gaining by telling all of the NFL teams who they're going to pick in the draft? Not a thing. What do they lose? A lot, because now they know who you're picking. So why would they tell you? Every week something new comes out, and that's simply the reason. It's a smokescreen season, and that's exactly what it is. But now Jimmy G is part of this organization, and I'm totally behind it because he's going to teach whoever comes in how to play in Josh McDaniels' system. I'm going to give Josh McDaniels one more year. I mean, he had Devontae Adams with big numbers. He had Josh Jacobs with big numbers. I can't really complain on that aspect. So I got to, tip my hat offensively. Defensively, like I said, it'll be in the second video. But offensively, he might have something going. We'll see this year for sure. And speaking of running back, Josh Jacobs got the franchise tag. I don't expect him to be re-signed. A lot of rumors are coming out that he's going to get this big contract. Josh McDaniels really doesn't do that and never has. Josh McDaniels is about running back by committee, and that's why you have the Zamir Whites. That's why you have the Britton Browns. They're eventually going to take his place. He's just running him into the ground, and I think Josh Jacobs knows it. They re-signed Amir Abdullah in free agency. They got him back. They retained his rights. And, we got a bunch of running backs on the team now. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets one as an undrafted free agent as well. So don't be surprised if Josh Jacobs doesn't get signed to a long, lengthy contract. That's just not going to happen. Not for a running back either. No team does that, and especially Josh Jacobs. He's not going to do that whatsoever. So I'm sorry to say it, but I don't see Josh Jacobs getting signed to a lengthy deal whatsoever. So we head into the wide receivers now in the free agency. We got Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is one hell of a pickup. Despite the terrible throw that he threw last year, well, ironically to us, and helped us win the game, he is a good slot wide receiver. Now, it kind of questions the thought if Hunter Renfrow is actually going to be around. The organization says they want to keep Hunter around, but then again, they said that about a lot of players, and I necessarily don't believe whatever comes out their mouth. They're not going to trash a player before they trade him. I mean, why would you do that? They lose value if they trash that player. So I don't necessarily believe that they're going to keep Hunter Renfrow around. We picked up Philip Dorsett. We picked up DeAndre Carter, and we picked up Keelan Cole. So I can't necessarily see where or how, and also Cam Smith. I don't see how or see how we actually keep Hunter Renfrow whatsoever. I mean, I think he gets dealt before the draft. I think we've already traded for a higher draft pick in the draft. It's just the NFL refuses to release those details until or before the draft. And you go, why would they do that? It's to build excitement behind the draft. If there's a bunch of boring going on in the draft, nobody's going to tune in anymore. So a lot of trades possibly could have happened already, but they're waiting before the week of or the day of to announce these, trades. They tell teams to hold off a little bit so we can build excitement for this event, not have it weeks and weeks before and kind of blow stuff up. So I think that's what they're doing right now. I think Hunter Renfrow is going to get traded. I hear rumors about the Saints or whatever, but I think the writing's on the wall. The same language that was used for Darren Waller is now being used for, Hunter Renfrow. He wasn't available. I'm excited to see him play for a whole season. The same type of stuff before he got traded is being used for Hunter Renfrow as well. So I think Hunter Renfrow is about to be out the door, despite some other thoughts or some other may think. I really think he's going to be traded. But that's my opinion. You can hate it or love it. I really don't care. So we traded, obviously, Darren Waller, because I just talked about that, to the New York Giants. I think for a third-round pick, number 100. And we picked up O.J. Howard, which is a huge body. He just needs to stay healthy. That's his biggest issue. And then Austin Hooper. Two guys that will fill the void and be reliable and be there all the time. Maybe not so much O.J. Howard, but Austin Hooper. And I think that's really good move on this organization. It's making a huge step in the overall tight end room. And then I believe we'll pick up one in the draft. There's a big draft, a deep draft with tight ends. So I think we'll pick up one in the draft as well. But the tight end, room is looking pretty decent. So, despite losing Waller and Foster is a different story. I think he was diagnosed with cancer as well when he found out on his free agency, visit with the Saints that he had cancer. So he's not even playing anymore, to be honest. And I'm glad that he actually was a free agent, because who knows if they would actually found it. So, things happen for a reason, and good for that. Not good that he has cancer, but good that they actually found it. So, but I hope he gets better and everything like that. But our tight end room's looking pretty solid right now. So I'm glad that we got O.J. Howard and Austin Hooper. But we have a lot of people complaining, there are always negative Nancy's out there, and there's never optimistics. And especially when it's not going their way. They're playing Madden free agency all the time, and they're mad that that's not going on. When we had Al Davis doing that, all they did was complain that he was going out of his mind and picking up who and firing this person and then trading for that person. This organization and its fans have never been happy. Right now, they're just trying to create stability. These guys are trying to show the younger guys the way. That's why some of these guys got 1-year deals and some of these guys got 2-year deals. That wasn't done by accident. It was done on purpose, because they believe 1-year deal guys are not going to be around next year, because that rookie's going to come in and take his place. But you got to see the bigger picture. You got to open up your eyes a little bit and stop thinking so narrowly. But that's just my opinion. You can think whatever you want. I probably miss one or two people that are not so relevant right now. I'm sure the news will pick up more once we get closer to the draft. Right now, it's too far away. You can't build that excitement. The NFL really does this shit. I'm not going to lie to you. They'll hold back all these trades that have to do with draft picks before the draft, because there will be no excitement if it's all done like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. They'll do it the week of or the day of to build excitement. That's why you watch it, to get excited. If there's no trades during the draft, you don't get happy, you don't get excited. I understand what the NFL is doing, and this is just like one of these secrets that they don't tell you, but it's been confirmed by a lot of people that this actually happens. But overall, for free agency, it's been decent. for a rebuild. And a lot of people don't want a rebuild, but we have to. You got to get younger guys in there. You got to get stability. You got to get your guys in there. And this is also what organizations do to buy themselves time. And I don't think McDaniels has another year to wait to get a quarterback. He has to get one now. And Garoppolo is just not going to. He's going to do a decent job, but he's not going to do the job that you want him to do, plus the defense being so lackluster. Besides the free agents pickups, you're still going to need a spark. You're still going to need somebody who's going to put up those points, and I'm not necessarily sold on Garoppolo putting up that many points, to be honest with you. And the defense, I mean, they've had some good free agency pickups, but we'll talk about that later. But like I said before, thank you for tuning in. I'm Raider Joe / Joseph. Please like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell everybody in Raider Nation this is where it's at. And I'm glad you came back to this channel. And I'm out. I'll see y'all with the defensive free agency one next.